Hey everyone, it's PickleR1ck here doing another weekly recap. This week we had some news from Cryptoria. They have their land mint coming up. They kind of gave a little bit of information regarding how the land will fit into their ecosystem and the benefits of holding an alpha citizen and a land NFT. Because of this, we did see a pump in Cryptoria today. I think we saw it go from it had been holding around like a 0.07, 0.08 floor, went to zero point 0.1 with some above floor sales. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on. Maybe get in off the dip. Usually there's a dip after these pumps. As you can see here, been a rise in listings in the past 15 minutes just because people see the floor going up. I think it hit zero point 0.1. So this is just one of those times where you can sell on the news and then just buy back in. I saw someone else tweet that they have about 250 citizens so that they can claim their, land with that. So stuff like that is just really bullish sign for the project as a whole. Lots of people are very supportive of the team, and we're still seeing less than 10% of a 10K supply listed. So definitely a project to just keep your eye on and watch for the upcoming land mint as well. We had a degen play during the week. Like I said a few times in the past few videos, whenever there's a big project that's extremely hyped and starts to take up a lot of the volume, that first deriv that comes after that project launches is usually going to see a pretty good pump and have some pretty good opportunity for profits. This was a project that was below zero point zero 0.01. There was, a few days ago, it was still below zero point zero 0.01, and you could see hundreds of sales on the 15-minute chart. So this was one of those where if you bought a few below zero point zero 0.01, then you were able to take a pretty good profit. I think these pumped to about 0.15, maybe zero point 0.2 with a bunch of above floor buys. So you can see here some of these gold apes were going for close to 1 ETH. I believe the DMT traits as well were also going pretty high. So just a good rule of thumb for these is first deriv, definitely, you can go ahead and low risk to scoop a few below zero point zero 0.01. Maybe grab one rare. I know a few people who managed to grab like a gold ape, a gold, Ute Yacht Club around 0.03, 0.05, and they were able to flip it for a 10x, around zero point 0.5 Ethereum. So, just keep watching whenever there's one of these big projects launching, watch for that first deriv to come into play and maybe scoop a few of those. We saw a few other Ute derivs afterwards. None of them really had the same impact, so it's just one of those things where the first one is the one that everyone tries to ape into, um, because they have that FOMO from missing the original project. And after that, you just see kind of that dump. So don't get caught buying the top. Try to buy in early, or just sit out and watch the play, and learn so that you can potentially make some profits on the next one. Another project that launched this week, Gangster All Star. This one was one of those that's been in marketing for about 6 months now. Uh, it was a bit underwhelming. It started out with sales in the 0.3 to zero point 0.4 range during pre-sale, and it's just been tapering off. Seeing some pumps, seems like those are just coming from whales trying to sustain the floor. Around here is where we got news that a reveal wouldn't be coming for about 2 weeks. This is starting to become a norm for some reason for projects where they think they can just launch like a placeholder and um, not really have anything for their holders, for a few weeks. And I'm not a fan. As you can see, lots of people are flooding and dumping because of that. So it's still a pretty hyped project. The art's pretty sick, so this is definitely one to keep an eye on for any announcements. Maybe just snipe at reveal rather than buying on the dip. You could do either or, but I will probably just be waiting for the reveal to snipe and potentially flip. Speaking of sniping and flipping, we had Crypto Simeji, a project we've already talked about, hit about like a zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.4 floor. It revealed yet last night, and there was plenty of opportunities to snipe and flip. The floor went from point 0.1 to point 0.2 during the reveal with lots of above floor buys, close to point 0.5. So if you're able to snipe and flip, there is great profit to be made. And the floor has once again fallen back to that point 0.1. This is a project a lot of people are still bullish on, a really big hit in the Asian market, and could still see plenty of volume with any new announcements. So just follow on Twitter and stay up to date. Grumple's also revealed today. So this was a bid on the pricier side, so not crazy sales, but good opportunities to flip. People selling for about 3 ETH when they were sitting at around 1 ETH before that. So this was one where you could have sniped and flipped. This is part of the Goblin Town ecosystem, so this is definitely another one to just keep an eye on for potential dips. Maybe look for some rares to be listed low, and yeah, you can definitely there's some profits to be made. Listings are up right now, and the floor has gone down, so I wouldn't buy in right now. I'd probably just wait for things to settle off and wait for the next announcement. It's going to be it for this week. We'll look forward to going over a couple of these projects again next week, see how they are doing, and we'll check in on some new mints for next week.